Hello everybody, welcome back to the video today. I just wanted to, hope y'all doing well and things such as that. But it turns out, so if you guys do not know, there is I don't know what you call it. It's like a little mini horror series, like a digital horror series called The Amazing Digital Circus. It's very good. It's on YouTube. It's all free. It's on YouTube, and they released the first episode sometime last year, and the second episode just came out about like a week and a half ago, maybe, or a week ago. And it's really good. It's a really fun series. Basically, the main character is from the real world and kind of gets a SAO type situation where they get sucked into the the game world, and they can't escape, or at least there is no way of them escaping yet, and it's pretty interesting, to say the least. But anyways, when the first episode came out, there's a character named JAX. Now he's the purple bunny rabbit guy, and in the first episode he was kind of like a little bit of a douche. Now, he was a little bit of a douche, but not too bad, pretty manageable and all that stuff. But in the second episode, he I don't know what the writers were thinking, but they dialed his dick meter up to 10, so he became more of a dick and just was really not cool. I mean, for me personally, I didn't really care for the character. I thought he was somewhat interesting, but then when they kind of made him, that was his whole character arc, was it's okay, he's not really my favorite, but I didn't dislike the character that much. It just, made me not want to really or care. But I guess people, since the second episode has came out, apparently it's been pretty bad. So the response to him, or this second episode about him, has been pretty bad. So we're gonna watch this here. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Please do not attack or harass any of the people mentioned in this video. It has been created for
Since the release of the Digital Circus's pilot back in October last year, one of the most loved characters was JAX.
Yeah.
This purple rabbit, voiced by Michael Kovac, was immediately a fan favourite, with the only other character rivaling him in popularity being the show's protagonist, Pomni. However, since the release of episode 2, the reception of JAX has flipped almost overnight. JAX quickly became the most hated and divisive character within the show. This fan backlash has escalated to hate towards anyone who likes the character, and even accusations of retconning towards the showrunner. In this video, we're going to examine how this all happened, talk about how Gooseworks responded to this hate, and then move on to talk about audience reactions and media literacy. So, dating back to even prior to the release of the show, Goose had always stated that JAX was to be an aggressive, rude character. In one tweet,
an aggressive. I'm excited to see the JAX fandom get split in half when they finally see how much of an actual hooch prick he is in this series.
On July 2023, Gooseworks states how she's excited to see the JAX fandom get split in half when they see how much of an actual prick he is in the series. She also says how she made the character specifically to appeal to herself. With the benefit of hindsight, this tweet eerily predicted what would happen a year later. That same month, we got a teaser showcasing JAX, and he trips up and laughs at Ragatha, again highlighting that he's not a nice character. Fast forward to the release of the pilot, when he finally got to see JAX speaking and interacting with the cast. He was clearly a jerk, just like Goose said, with him being a prick to the rest of the cast and showing little compassion at all. Fans quickly fell in love with him, however, labelling him as a Tumblr sexy man. If you don't know, Tumblr sexy men are popular characters that exhibit several traits, such as a dark backstory, an evil personality, and a white...
It's a crazy shot, by the way.
...grin. The shipping and fan art exploded, with JAX and Pomni being the two most popular characters. Episode 2 came out last week, and almost overnight, the perception towards JAX flipped. Throughout the episode, JAX's personality was on full display, with him manipulating Gangle, pushing and making fun of Ragatha and Pomni, to even leading the Fudge Monster back to the Candy Kingdom, presumably leading to an entire city of NPCs dying. It's pretty clear that JAX is a monster who only cares about himself.
That's literally all he cares about. Is he cares about himself. He doesn't care about anyone else. He wants to kill, he wants to fight. So in that first episode, he had those qualities, but they were dialed down. But in the second episode, like I said, they dialed it up to an 11, and so yeah.
We're not happy at all, with tweets and posts in the tens of thousands.
I haven't seen this yet, but
the character now, and he was ruined. People started to accuse Gooseworks of retconning him.
A lot of people theorized that I rewrote JAX based on the reception he got from the fans, but the lock scripts from episode 2, 3, and 4 were already written before the pilot even came out. This whole thing's planned out
Tweet
in
where she
detail.
stated that the whole thing is planned out in detail,
Okay.
and she finished the scripts for episode 1 through 4 prior to the release of the pilot, therefore debunking any retcon allegations. Personally, for me, I don't understand what the fans were thinking. It's one of those situations where the fanon differs from the canon. In the pilot, JAX was clearly an asshole who holds little regard for others. However, in the fandom, he was perceived as a Tumblr sexy man who loves his pals and should be shipped with everyone. As a result,
Yeah,
fans
see,
had this
okay, I didn't get that from the first episode either. Like, I don't, yeah, that's definitely a fandom issue. But no, I agree. Like, I didn't get that from him. Like, in the first episode, I didn't think he, like, really cared about his friends, I guess. I just thought he was always kind of like just a little bit of a dick, but not major dick. But I guess he's just major dick.
built up perception in their head, basically a head canon. Once episode 2 dropped and we got to see more of JAX, fans were shocked that their head canon didn't become true, and as a result got irrationally angry, leading to mass outrage and accusations.
Yeah,
A similar
I mean, that
situation
makes
happened
sense.
twice in 2 other shows I cover extensively on this channel, being Hell of a Boss and Has-Been Hotel. The first time was with a character called Stella. In previous episodes, Stella was clearly set up as a morally dubious character who hated her husband and showed little regard for her daughter. In later episodes, we got to see Stella's evil character on full display. Fans had a complete meltdown over this, accusing the showrunner Vivziepop of retconning the character and accusing her of hating women. This just made no sense, because Stella was always an evil character. However, like with JAX, fans had built this nonsense interpretation in their head.
Oh, that's a cool cape. I've never seen the show, so.
They went nuts. Another situation happened with Alistair as well. Alistair, like JAX, is another Tumblr sexy man. He fits the bill as a chaotic evil character he can't really trust and clearly enjoys the suffering of others. This was made clear throughout the pilot, comics, and many live streams. Once Has-Been Hotel officially came out, during one episode we found out that Alistair enslaved another character called Husk by basically scamming him, and he treats Husk horribly, almost like a pet. Once again, fans were shocked that their wholesome Tumblr sexy man wasn't who they thought he was, and got irrationally angry, accusing Vivzi and the team of ruining the character and going after anyone who likes them. One thing that has happened in all 3 of these instances is that each time, once the perception flips, fans aim their hatred towards the team and fans of these characters.
So it's basically people expected the characters to be one way, and they didn't get that, you know. So people built this image. I mean, that's just what happens to things. I mean, at the end of the day, it's what happens in life, you know. Like you build an expectation of something, you know. You see a small glimpse of it. You don't really understand it fully, so your head tries to fill in the gaps for you, and you build this expectation of what it's supposed to be, and then so when you finally get to see more of it, but it doesn't meet your expectations, you don't like it or you hate it, and it makes you upset, and then but instead of going, wait, this is how it's supposed to be because we didn't know everything, your brain makes excuses and goes, no, I'm correct. The person who made this is wrong, or they did it wrong because I have to be right. You know what I'm saying? So I see what this guy's saying. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and it looks like we're gonna know that JAX is not gonna be a good guy. You know, he's gonna be pretty much a bastard throughout the whole show, and that's okay. I mean, you know, you have for every Ragatha. I mean, she seems pretty decent person. So for every Ragatha, you have a JAX. And I mean, I guess it's just how it's gonna be.
One day the character is loved, the next they're hated, and anyone who still supports that character is labelled as supporting abuse or whatever nonsense. You're not allowed to like an evil character, because according to these fans, if you like them at all, you support every action they do. With JAX, I've already seen people call fans of the character abusive or evil. People are unable to separate fact from fiction. Yeah. It's especially weird because these terminally online people can't handle evil characters at all. However, evil characters have been some of the most popular icons in all of television and media. In the past, I don't recall people calling fans of Darth Vader or Sauron mass murderers and psychopaths. It's clear that there's some sort of cognitive dissonance going on. These fans can't handle civil discourse and live in an echo chamber, so they adopt these wacky ideas that clearly aren't normal. It's a real shame because all of these characters and shows are awesome. It's just that these fans get too invested in their own little dream worlds.
Yeah.
So they become deluded and think they run the show when they're just along for the ride. So yeah, that's everything I wanted to say about JAX. He's personally my favourite character in the series, and I'm excited to see more. If you agree with anything I said or have any thoughts of your own, I'd love you to leave them in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.
Interesting. I mean, I think for Favorite character in the show? If you guys have a favorite character, who's your favorite character in the show? Mine is probably pretty basic, but actually no. I think favorite character. We don't know much, but I'm a Kinger guy. Kinger is really cool. I like Kinger a lot. But if I have to like choose because like development and stuff, I would say Pomni for sure. And then Kinger's awesome. I like Ragatha. I'm not a Jax fan. I'm personally not a fan of characters who act like that. But to be fair, that doesn't mean I hate them. It's just that's not it's not my thing. But hey, well, at the end of the day, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you guys thought. Obviously, I haven't seen anything. I just found out about this, but I found this video and I said, what, let's give it a shit. Let's give it a view and all that good stuff. So until next time, y'all. Just remember that sometimes when you see whatever you see in the pilot may not be the full truth. So until next time, you guys, leave down in the comments. Let me know what you thought, and as always, I will catch you on the flip side. Bye bye.